Welcome back to Joe Stoner Boxing. There's a new Cuban on the scene, 22-year-old JADIER Herrera. He is based in Dubai, of all places, but he is from Cuba. And I think he signed a Queensbury because he was on the undercard of the Nick Ball, Ronnie Rios headliner over in Liverpool. He stopped the veteran Oliver Flores in 3 rounds. And straight away, you could tell this is a Cuban fighter. Southpaw, as was Oliver Flores. Very upright, very precise. Doesn't waste anything. Likes to fire his punches, with precision. Those Cubans, they're so well schooled because of the amateur scene. They almost place the fists on the opponent. But Oliver Flores, the veteran, came in with 31 wins. 20 by KO. He had 5 defeats on his record, had been stopped twice, and he had 2 draws. He's 33 now, so 11 years older than Herrera. And for a couple of rounds, he gave Herrera a little bit of work. Like I say, they're both southpaws. I think Flores was just doing his best. He wasn't there just to collect a paycheck. I got the feeling he wanted to at least take Herrera rounds and show him something. And yeah, he was reasonably competitive for the first 2 rounds. You always got the feeling Herrera was in control. There were a couple of little moments where Flores, was proactive and relatively productive, landing a couple of punches, but you always got the feeling that Herrera was in control and able to contain Flores, and most importantly of all, that Herrera wasn't really going through the gears in those early rounds. When that happened, it would be interesting to see whether Flores could go with him. Now, to be honest, the fight ended sort of out of the blue because at the start of the 3rd round, Herrera landed from the southpaw stance, landed a big right hook and then came up with an uppercut to the solar plexus. There was a slight delayed reaction. You could see from the replay that Flores, his face, he was in, a lot of pain. Went down, stretched out, managed to get up, but the fight was immediately stopped. Steve Gray was the referee and he said, no more. And to be honest with you, that looked to me like the right decision. I thought Flores was... I don't think he'd have recovered. I don't think he'd have recovered from those, from the body punch. It was just so precise. Looking at the replay, it was so precise, right on the... It's painful watching it, one of those things. And fair play to Flores, he did get up. But I think the writing was on the wall. And the moment that Herrera decided to go through the gears, he got Flores out of there. So this was a good win against a toughish veteran who hadn't been particularly active over the last 3 years. This was only his 4th fight in 3 years, Flores, and he lost 2 of his last 3. So he's coming to the end of his career. But I think Herrera at 22 has got a lot more to give. He like I say, he does have that very well-schooled Cuban style. He actually has a 4-round stoppage of Jeff Ofori, which is, Ofori's not a bad little fighter. This was last year. Ofori is a good domestic level fighter he's losing more than he wins, to be honest with you. But you've got to get him out of there is a little bit of an achievement. So I think we got some good things to come from Herrera. I think Herrera's making good progress, definitely, and will probably be a threat. He'll be on the scene in that lightweight division. I wouldn't put him in with Andy Cruz or anyone like that anytime soon, that's for sure. But at 22, he's got time in his hands. He can hang back, see how things go, and try and carve out his own pathway. So yeah, okay. Well, that's that. That's all she wrote, as they say. So if you saw this fight and you got any opinions, what do you think of Herrera? Do you think he can go places? Do you think it's a case of... Don't forget, he's with Queensbury, so he'll be navigated very, very correctly down the pathway. Frank Warren and his team are very good at being able to carve out a nice little pathway for prospects, bring them on if they're young in those, as we always say, incremental steps, and get them a few belts and a bit of money that goes with it. So let me know what you think. Comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hit the like button if you like the video. I'd appreciate that. Support the channel. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing, and I'll have a read of your comments. Thanks very much, and bye for now.